I don't expect to see anything. It's early, so it's dark. Uh, just want to say to everybody that follows the channel and in the mentorship, man, this is really, I've always been an early riser and, knock things out. I just tend to wake up early anyways. But I can tell you, it's served me well to get things done, get them off your plate, make a list first thing every morning. And this is no different than any other morning. Uh, Even though I don't have to work as hard as I do, I, oh man, what's that? It just kind of becomes a habit when you do it long enough. And it's a money making habit, to be quite honest. When you're up early and you get around, you're kind of getting a jump on everybody for even seeing anything that's going on that day. It could be the news, if you listen to the news, uh, it can be an opportunity that you see alongside of the road, and that could be a form of real estate. Uh, it matters. Being there first can make all the difference in the world, and it's just a huge advantage to be first. And so you want to be the first to start your day. To be honest, there's. Uh, I mean, I can just think of a handful of deals that I've made, you know, more than $1 million on, and it really had to do with being up early and seeing some things. In the mentorship, we can talk more about this, but seeing things before anybody else, and it's important just not to lose that. And make your list. Make your list. Get your stuff done. And we're going into a time now. Like I say, I've said before. Everybody's a rock star in good times, meaning anybody can make money in real estate in good times. But you kind of separate the men from the boys. I guarantee it. When things are tough. And in the mentorship, we've got such a great group in there, and everybody's doing the work. Everybody's doing the fundamentals that will make you wealthy. There's even in jiu-jitsu, you have certain fundamentals you go to, for defense and surviving, and it really is. I see a lot of parallels. I've been in jiu-jitsu for about six or 7 years now, and that's one of the reasons I believe in the mentor so much now as well, because it's just a huge advantage. And really, I tell you, the mentorship, the way to think about it, it's kind of like, online support for any program you have, whether it's, uh, Apple support, if you have a problem with your computer, it's a wonderful resource that we have YouTube now, and believe me, I use it a lot to fix certain things. But once in a while, you gotta talk to a technician, or something is out of your scope, and all of a sudden they say, oh yeah, just do this, this, and this, and that's kind of what the mentorship is, and what I've been kind of that online support for people that are new, and people that are actually experienced too, that have a lot of experience. I've been that line of support for them too. People that are stepping into maybe commercial and industrial, uh, and just stuff they don't know about, hadn't been there before, and it's pretty neat between all the different students that I have, the needs that have come up, the questions that have come up that I've had the answers to, uh, are things that some of the things that I've only dealt with once or twice in my 40-year history of investing, but nevertheless, my experiences, even if I only had them once, were huge in helping these people that we're encountering something. And some of the stuff, this is the thing. There's a book called Passages. I never read the whole thing, but it was by Gail Sheehy. Sheehy. I don't know what it is, but Gail was her name. And it was called Passages. And basically, what the book talked about was people hit different milestones and different, it was kind of a self-help book, you get your heart broken, that sort of thing. Some people don't fall in love, till they're 40. Other people fall in love when they're 16. And that 16-year-old is basically encountering the same thing that the 40-year-old is. Uh, but the 16-year-old's encountering it much earlier. And so they're still going to go through very similar pains. One maybe an adult and working, and the other one's in school. But nevertheless, the experience is still virtually the same. And so when somebody at 40 encounters a problem, or somebody, say somebody is 40 years old, and they encounter the being whatever heartbroken, and then somebody else, has it at 16, or 50, even older than them. It doesn't matter. In other words, they've got the experience in that heartache and how to deal with it, and they can relate to it. And that's kind of like, I'm drawing the parallel to real estate, in as much as how I've been able to help people with the situation they've run into. And like some of these people, I got people that run into some tough stuff, in their very, very first year of wheeling and dealing real estate, and I was able to guide them through it and prevail, uh, even though they hit this thing right out of the chute, 1 year into the real estate investment business. And maybe the experience I was sharing with them was something that I hit in my 20th year. And so that's what's kind of neat, is that I can draw on this experience, and so can the mentees. It's really, really a fascinating thing, for me, because like I say, the whole thing, the mentorship, came about by people asking me to do it. And I was very reluctant to do it because I didn't want to, I'm not a big hand holder, and I haven't had to be. It hasn't been that way. Everybody gets it. Everybody learned. There's a 1 month crash course. They got that down, and then there's hundreds of hours now of mentoring through the Zoom meetings that happen every weekend, and so there's a huge archive now, and it's just been a fantastic resource for forever. And it's going to live on even after I'm dead. It'll live on. So I'm very happy and proud of what we're building. And the and then the other thing, which has been a nice bonus, is the students themselves are excelling so well that we're actually creating a fantastic group that is making money all over the USA now. And so that's also something, uh, that has some potential in a lot of different ways. But anyways, I just wanted to share that real quick. And let me see here. Somebody wrote something. Boy, I'm up early. A lot of people are still in bed. That's the only smart thing I've heard Scam Cardone say. Beat the sun. Beat the sun up. Okay. Hey, Gemini, good morning. Glad you guys are up early. Uh, yeah. Yeah, listen, I, not everything Grant Cardone says is wrong or bad, uh, but I just don't like his real estate. I don't like his real estate proposition for other people. It doesn't sound good. But nevertheless, I have heard good things about, as far as, work 10 times harder or whatever all that stuff is. Listen, a good work ethic is very important, if you're going to survive and if you're going to flourish. So, anyways, I'm going to have some coffee, girlfriend, and I'll be back, and we'll see y'all later.